Have you ever found out that somebody that you thought you knew really well, you found out was actually using you? Using you for rides, using you for money, right? You thought you knew, right? But it turns out that you didn't, right? It's wild to be at this point in my life of healing and to look back and see all the things that I didn't know when I was in that space of awareness that I was back then. Being used is just like the icing on the cake. You'll also find out that somebody that you thought you trusted told other people some deep, serious shit about you that you trusted them to remain confidential about. It's like, what the fuck? How did I just let this happen? And not to be hard on yourself or anything, because that's not what this journey of healing is about, but it's just simply reflecting and just recognizing the mindfuck of dysfunctional ass fucking relationships that you experienced. Maybe you're there. Maybe you're on the other side now and you're healing and you're just like, what the fuck? Or maybe you're drowning inside of a mindfuck of a recognition of dysfunctional ass fucking relationships, of people that don't know how to give, and it's just a one-way fucking street of you giving and giving and giving and giving. But that's really all that it is that you're used to. You're used to putting in an absurd amount of effort and energy and time because that's all you've ever known. And now you're realizing that the very reason that these dysfunctional ass fucking relationships that are in your life have played out because this is a pattern that is familiar from childhood, right? It's wild that a person can learn this shit in childhood and then be attracted to it and then therefore repeat the same pattern over and over and over again, right? You look at your life and you're like, and it just doesn't make any sense. And then, shit, before it even potentially gets better, it actually gets far worse, right? Because then you start looking at yourself, right? You look at all these dysfunctional ass fucking relationships that you're holding in your life, and you're like, it's gotta be me. It's gotta be me, right? You're putting in all the time, the effort, the energy that you possibly can, and then guess what you do? You're already trying really hard. You're already trying insanely hard. You're trying very hard. Then what do? The unfucking thinkable. You try even harder. You give more of yourself. You give more rides. You stay up late at night because you are that 24/7 available fucking person that takes care of everyone else's needs but your own. You're fucking sleep deprived. You're fucking exhausted. You're fucking dehydrated. You're not taking care of yourself. The job that you work is questioning if you're even going to remain reliable for them because you call out, you don't show up, you don't do the things that you need to do for yourself, you don't show up for yourself. Of course you don't show up for yourself because you're involving yourself in dysfunctional ass fucking relationships that are creating a fucking mind fuck for you, right? So whether you are on the other side, like you're healing, and you're looking back and you're being like, oh my God, how the fuck did I survive that train wreck? Look at that fucking 5-car pileup. Holy shit. Right? Or you're stuck in the fucking middle of it and you're like, I just want to be liked. How do I get people to like me? They don't like me, but I'm doing all this stuff for them. Maybe I just need to try harder. Holy shit. You can't see the codependency, you can't see the people pleasing, you can't see your fucking value, obviously, clearly, which is why you're doing all of this shit for all these people that don't fucking deserve you. But you can't see yourself clearly. You were raised in an environment of chaos. All you learned is dysfunctional fucking patterns of conducting relationships. You learned to give, and then fucking malfunction, right? It's time to take a breath. It's time to take a fucking breath. When you find yourself in a mindfuck of dysfunctional ass fucking relationships, it's important to understand that everything has a root, right? A plant came from something. It came from somewhere. A seed was dropped, and then maybe that seed was an acorn, right? And maybe a squirrel picked up that acorn and was like, oh, like the squirrel from Ice Age. Yeah! And then it chases that acorn around. Fantastic movie, by the way. If you haven't seen that movie, I highly recommend it. It's fun as hell. It's fun and funny as hell. Maybe you forget where that acorn went, but you planted it, and then it fucking it blossoms into a fucking tree, right? And then you're like, whoa, right? I don't know if I'll be able to stop with the Ice Age sounds. Yeah, that acorn is metaphorical for childhood, right? The very reason that a person experiences life the way that they do later on is a direct result of childhood, right? If you find yourself in a mindfuck of dysfunctional ass fucking relationships where you feel like you're being used by people, oh, you most definitely are being used by people. And if you're afraid to have conversations with those people about that, yeah, that's even worse. If you don't feel safe with those people, but you associate that with some level of bullshit pseudo-safety, then yeah, that's unhealthy. That's how that works. That's exactly what that is. And those people don't want to have those conversations with you, because if you try to have those conversations with them, they'll probably be like, no, look over that way. No, look over that way. No, look over that. No, don't look over. Nope. Yep, look over that way. It's just keep looking over that way. And they're going to do this fucking funny ass dance over here. Ha 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 ha. They're going to talk to fucking other people about you. Look at this idiot motherfucker. Oh my god. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't feel fucking right because it's not fucking right. Safety is safety. It always will be. There's no such thing besides safety that is safety that isn't safety. I just fucked myself up with that one. Listen, if it doesn't feel fucking right, it's not fucking right. If your intuition is trying to tell you that it's not fucking right, it's not fucking right. If you find yourself, when you are in a mindfuck of dysfunctional fucking relationships, it's because they're dysfunctional fucking relationships. And it's because your intuition is trying to scream at you like that alien from Alien, or that little whatever the fuck that parasite is that pops out of the fucking chest of the dude and is like, rah! Your intuition is trying to tell you something, right? It's trying to tell you no. It's trying to tell you don't give more of yourself. It's trying to tell you you don't need to be liked. I hope you can hear all those, by the way. Yeah, your intuition is trying to tell you things that you need to know. When you find yourself in a mindfuck of dysfunctional ass fucking relationships, look at your fucking childhood. Look at all of those memories that are probably painful, that you've probably suppressed. Maybe you were abandoned emotionally, physically. Maybe you were used for something. Maybe you were raised in chaos. Maybe you were forced to grow up way too fucking early. Maybe you learned to be responsible, overly responsible, because maybe the father left, maybe the mother left. Maybe you were forced to take on things that were not age appropriate. Who the fuck knows? All of these things could have existed, right? They could all be very real occurrences that happened at some point in your childhood. All that matters is the understanding that when you find yourself in a mindfuck of dysfunctional fucking relationships, look at your childhood. Your childhood is kind of like a map, right? Remember how, like, pirates were like, the treasure's right there! Arr! Right? If you want to find out why the fuck your life looks the way that it does, look at your fucking complicated ass fucking childhood. because it has a lot of answers. The treasure is right there, right? You just gotta backtrack, you gotta look back, and you gotta be like, oh shit. That's why I am attracted to chaos. That's why I'm attracted to drama, gossip, all this, that, and the other. That's why I am codependent and I don't see my value, because I've been blinded from it, because I was led to believe that I'm a fucking worthless, insignificant piece of shit that is inherently defective and I can't do anything right. Yeah, I know that a lot of people have that fucking belief. That shit's crippling. That shit will lead you to do things for fucking miles to the fucking moon for other people without asking for fucking anything in return. That's dysfunctional as fuck, right? And that'll leave you in quite a fucking mindfuck. So, when you find yourself in a mindfuck of dysfunctional ass fucking... Try that again. Talking so fast here. When you find yourself in a mindfuck of dysfunctional ass fucking relationships, look at the core. Look at that fucking rotting core. The rotting core of feelings and beliefs of worthlessness based in a childhood that didn't teach you of your fucking value. Right? That's how it works. Look at all the shit that happened in childhood. Look at all the abandonment. Look at all the bullshit. Look at all that. It's mind-blowing that people can actually be confused about this. Right? Why would you raise a child in an environment of chaos when you could raise them in an environment of peace? Why would you teach a child of inherent, I don't know, defectiveness, right? Teach them that they're an utter piece of shit, a worthless piece of shit, when you could teach them about their value? Oh, I know why. Because you didn't take the time to fucking look at yourself because you're too scared to, because it's too painful. I get it. However, you brought somebody else into this scenario and you fucked them up. That's not okay. It's not okay. The more I heal, the more it pisses me off just how easily it is to fucking traumatize a human being. And then guess what? With that, they end up living a really fucking dysfunctional ass fucking relationship. Let me try that again. They end up living a really dysfunctional ass fucking life with dysfunctional ass fucking relationships to leave them in, guess what? A mindfuck. Exactly. Rant over? Not even close. But for this time, I'm going to wrap it up here because, yeah. Anyway, when you find yourself in a mindfuck of dysfunctional ass fucking relationships, just understand that it comes from somewhere. You can do something about it, and you should do something about it, because why would you want to continue living that way? You have far more value than just being used by people because you don't feel good about yourself. Yeah, look at your childhood. It's got a lot of fucking answers. It's like that buried treasure that the pirates are looking for. There it is. Yeah, there it is. Your fucking childhood. Look at it. Yeah, I know it's painful. I know. It's painful as shit. But it gets better when you do. It really does. The more I heal and the more I look back on my life and all the things that I experienced, all of the dysfunctional ass fucking relationships, I didn't see my worth. I didn't see my value. I didn't. That's exactly why I did everything that I did. That's just the way that it works. Take care now. And have fun with that squirrel from Ice Age that loses its fucking nuts all the time. Loses its fucking nuts. Don't lose your fucking nuts. Hold on to your sanity and take care of yourself. Self-care, self-love, that's how it works. Thank you so much. Take care now.